Hey Space Watchers, and welcome back here from this 39th Space Symposium in Colorado Springs. I have the great pleasure here to talk now at the DLR booth with General Major Traut, the head of the German Space Command. General, it's a great pleasure to have you here. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, thanks for your time. Thanks for inviting me.
Can you give us an update on the German Space Command?
Oh, absolutely. German Space Command has already undergone a certain development during the last year, actually, since we were founded as an independent command directly subordinate to the Chief of the German Air Force. And we extended our capabilities besides space domain awareness, which we've been doing for quite a while, to space operations and to support of joint military operations from space and to space.
So, what are the specific threats you're working against when it comes to space, obviously?
Yeah, well, we have realized that space is a physical operational domain, that there is, besides, of course, the reversible threats like blinding or jamming space-based services, that we come into physical threats to satellites or to space systems. Of course, we are working against potential adversaries' capabilities on direct ascent ASATs, just to get a good picture on what the capabilities of other countries are. However, we watch as well the capabilities of adversaries, of potential adversaries, against whole space systems, because much of space-based services happen not only in space but on the ground, and we need to watch out for threats against all those services, ground stations, cyber attacks, and physical attacks, not only to the space segments but to terrestrial segments as well.
I mean, we just learned that Germany started the Cyber Command as an own area. So, taking your points, what capabilities you are building up now for the future? What do you need?
Yeah, first of all, of course, we need as comprehensive as possible space domain awareness that extends far more than only knowing where satellites are. So it's all about a system analysis of own systems, where are our strengths and vulnerabilities, and of course the capabilities of other countries and other actors, what their capabilities and their intentions are. That's number one. And secondly, of course, since we want to prevent conflict in space, that we set up a deterrent by saying, okay, we are so interlinked, we are so redundant, and i.e. so resilient that we can counter a threat, that we deny an enemy its success. And we are working on many levels to build up such a deterrent.
I assume that this capability build-up happens in a coordinated fashion with the allies in the NATO and the other organizations.
Absolutely. Since space is, as we all know, a global domain, and all our partners and allies keep saying as well, space is a team sport. You only can be successful in space and deterring a conflict by working together, and collaboration with all our partners and allies is of paramount importance.
My last question is, as we are here in the US, space innovation is a big theme here. So what can we learn as Germany, maybe as German Armed Forces, from the space nation US?
Well, of course, the US are, since they've been doing space for many, many decades already, they are very successful to commit resources throughout many organizations to work together for a common aim. So they do not work in stovepipes. They are really admirably capable to collaborate between organizations. And that's something I would wish that we could do that in Germany and Europe as well, that we overcome the idea that there are only military or civilian applications. So space is by nature in general dual use, and we need to realize what dual use means and how we need to collaborate between some organizations.
General, thank you very much for your time. It was a pleasure to have you here for this interview, and I know your schedule is very tight. And with that, Space Watch out.